Spain. Come on, yo, watching them, you know what I mean? Watching these guys go up to lift the trophy. Hey, 1-0 to Spain. Ferran Torres, Barcelona DNA. Barcelona DNA. Guess who scored the last time that Spain were in a final for the World Cup? Another Barcelona player, man. It's in our DNA, people. It's in our DNA, man. Stay tuned. We're going to get straight into the match reaction. Yeah. Look at them losers. Look at them Argentine losers. Yeah, you lot are losers. Yeah, you're fucking shit. Absolutely shit. Yeah, they were so rubbish in this final. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'm ecstatic. I said before the tournament, Spain, I need Spain to win just purely for my own agenda. I need Spain to win this game. So said, so done. They've gone out and done it. Seeing them lift the trophy. Hey, man, it's big. It's big, man. It's actually really, really big, for Spain. Lamine Yamal, he's got a World Cup and a Euros trophy as well. The guy is still super young. Super young. And guess what? This Spain team, they look like they're going to emulate the originals. The original bad boys, yeah. When we had, the likes of the Fernando Torres, David Villa, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Sergio Ramos, PK, Puyol, Casillas. I'm trying to say we had the real bad boys in the team, and they ended up winning. I think it was Euros first, then World Cup, and then Euros, or was it World Cup, Euros? No, it was Euros, World Cup, and then another Euros, right? So I feel like these guys are going to emulate them again. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's going to stop them in the Euros, man? Who's gonna stop these guys, man? They're the best team. And listen, look, I think they've been the best team if we're talking like across the tournament. In terms of just as a team, don't get twisted. I think France have been, ultra exciting throughout this entire tournament. They were a team that I actually looked at and thought, you know what, if they can kind of get it to kind of stay like this throughout the tournament, then yeah, 100%. I feel like France will, go out there and, potentially go and win it. But we saw what happened, when France played against Spain in that semi-final. It was like boys against men. I'll be so real. Boys against men. It was ridiculous. And even in this final, man, you could see Argentina were not here to play at all. And I don't mean that in the kind of way of like, yeah, they were really on it. No, they just weren't here to play. And I think that's what, for me, made this game, and I guess for everybody else, it just made it boring. It actually just made it boring because Argentina were just like, it's like they surrendered. And the thing is, I understand to a certain degree that you will surrender, like in terms of like, okay, you know what, I'm coming up against, a team like Spain. Hey, listen, look, just watching the keeper and that. Yeah, Una Simon, come on, hey, come on, yeah. Yeah, it's sorry, I almost lost track there. But yeah, it's like I understand when you come into these kind of games, right? It's a World Cup final. So I totally get if it's going to be tense, it's going to be tight. We saw it with the Champions League final, Arsenal versus PSG. Like that was boring as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Arsenal basically defending PSG, trying to probe. Really looked like only really one team really wanted to come out and play. This was the exact same thing, but this was 10 million times worse. Like it was just, oh my God. Like I don't think they had a shot until extra time. And that's Argentina. Like, that is ridiculous. I don't care who you are. Because remember, we're not talking like this is Spain versus freaking, Cape Verde. Do you get me? Like, even them, I reckon they would have even have at least tried, somewhat in the game, even if they did get slapped 5, 6, 7-0, kind of thing. Like, we're talking about Argentina. Like, this is a team that still has Lionel Messi, Julian Alvarez, in the team, Enzo Fernandez, even though, he got himself sent off. Like, they've still got a decent enough team where I feel that they could still at least try and do something. But it really did seem to me that their game plan from minute one was really about, we're going to try and stifle Spain, which I totally understand as to why you'd want to do that. But stifle Spain, but yeah, it's like you're stifling them, but you're not doing anything on the other side. Lionel Messi isn't doing anything. I promise you, and everyone knows Messi is my guy, he's my favorite player of all time. But I promise you, for about, I'm gonna say 75 minutes of that game. In fact, no, if we're gonna then even include, the extra time, right? An extra time is what, an extra what, like 30 minutes, yeah, altogether. So you're saying 90 plus the first 120 minutes of football, right? That these guys obviously are playing. I would say I didn't notice Messi for at least about 100 of those minutes. Like it was that long. Like I didn't even realize he was still on the pitch. And we're talking about the greatest player to ever play the game. I don't even remember you being on the pitch like that. That's crazy. Now we can call it tactical, we can call it whatever, like Spain were good. We can call it whatever you want to call it, right? I didn't notice you. And I feel like in a game like this, that's disgusting, Messi. That is very, very poor, coming from you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then the Argentina team, just a bunch of thugs out there, man. Like, even at the end of the game, like, sore losers. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I was joking with my boy and I'm saying, yeah, listen, look, maybe I would even slap someone, in the face kind of thing. I get it. It's the emotions and stuff, but they had that even during the game. They had that kind of energy throughout the game where it was like, we're going to bully you guys and we're going to hopefully bully you more or less into submission. But Spain, listen, bro, they kept it cool. And listen, even Lamine Yamal, right? Listen, I put him as kind of like the poster boy. But listen, didn't have a great tournament. Didn't have a good tournament like that at all, right? And I think it would be fair to say that this is one where even he will be. It's hard to even say disappointed, right? Because you've just won a World Cup. For you to be disappointed is like, that's real selfish, right? But I would say, in terms of if he was just looking at it from his own performances, right? He wasn't fit, and I'm not trying to make any excuses. He was poor. Like, bottom line, he was poor, in my personal opinion. For the level that we know that he can hit, he was poor. But listen, unfit, and you could see it. He's not sharp. He's trying everything. And there was even at one point, even in that final, I thought, is he maybe gonna, consider taking him off, kind of thing? But you can't really, because you ain't really got no one on the bench like that you can realistically bring on to kind of change things. So it was like a catch-22. But just watching him throughout the tournament in general, from I think he missed the first game, I believe, and then I think from the second game onwards, played a little bit here, played a bit here, and then obviously now you're starting to play. And I'm assuming, De La Fuente is looking at it thinking, okay, maybe you can play your way into some form. But listen, Spain kind of showed, listen, we're not a one-man team here. And they've never been a one-man team. Iniesta scored the winning goal last time with all them ballers on the pitch. And listen, Iniesta is like one of the best midfielder that I have ever seen, right? But even with all those players on the pitch, he was the one to get the goal. And again, today, Ferran Torres, again, a player who's not always starting in these kind of games. Same with Barcelona. He doesn't always start in these kind of matches and, important games. But listen, he gets important goals, man. Like, it's a squad game. And Spain, for me, showed just exactly that in terms of a team with depth will get you far. Obviously, you need the style, you need the ideology, you need the players, you need the manager, you need everybody kind of working together in sync. And Spain have shown that for a very long time. In terms of recent history, they've just been showing that. Since the originals done it, in terms of the, Euros, World Cup, and then Euros, since then they've kind of shown it. Yeah, they had a little dip and stuff like that, but now you're seeing it, again, for a team. I mean, guys, we need to understand, we need to deep the kind of situation. We're talking about a team that if they go on and win the Euros next, like, that's 3 big tournaments in a row. That's ridiculous, bro. There's a couple teams in there who are crying for just one trophy, and I'm talking Nations League trophy. I'm not even talking like, yeah, they're trying to win the Euros. No, I'm talking, yeah, let me at least get like a little, Portugal getting gas because, Nations League and all of it. Bro, forget the little boy thing. They're not even on that. We're trying to win the big boy trophies, and they've shown that they can do that consistently, man. They're my team for the tournament, and I'm talking about the Euros. Like, they're the team that you have to beat. They're the best team in the world, man. They've shown it. They've shown it throughout this tournament, and a lot of people spoke. Listen, look, that first game against Cape Verde, yeah, I hear it. They weren't good. They weren't great. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Cape Verde, they played out like that was like the game of their lives. They will never ever play a better game than that. Even the game that they did play against Argentina, the Spain game was the game. That was the game for them. And Spain, but the way people wrote off Spain at the beginning of the tournament, crazy. Can't write off this kind of team. I'm not sitting here going to tell you that, yeah, I knew they were always going to win. No, of course I didn't know they was going to win. I thought France would be able to show up a bit better than they actually did. But to completely write them off in tournament football, I don't know about all that, I really, really don't know about all of that. But listen, man, as I said, it's brilliant for Spain. I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gassed because, yeah, Spain, like, the agenda, World Cup, like, that's crazy. I could hold that for the next 4 years. You got to say nothing about Spain. Even if they don't win the Euros next year, it's like, well, they're the recent World Cup winners. How about that? You get what I'm trying to say? You need to beat them in order to, kind of change change that kind of result, and that's another 4 years. But guess what? In 4 years' time, you've got players like Lamine Yamal. But even forget even a Lamine Yamal for a second. I'm talking about Pau Kubasi, one of the best centre backs in the world. He's been on it since he made his debut for Barcelona, and it has not stopped. His rise has been absolutely ridiculous. You got Pedri coming off the bench. Just Pedri's coming off the bench. Like, just deep that for a second. You got players like Danny Olmo in there. Obviously, Rodri, world-class player. You know, it's ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. What I really want to know, though, Cucurella said he's going to retire from Spain if they win the World Cup. So I want to know if he's going to go through with all of that kind of thing. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Big up to Spain every single damn time. Much deserved, best team in the tournament. I'm even now extremely happy that they were able to beat Argentina, especially with how the game kind of went on and how Argentina were going on, throughout the game. I also look at it as like a passing of the torch. And now Messi, listen, greatest player I've ever seen. But it's now time to hang your chain up, put that in, I don't know, storage or something like that. Or if you want, you can pass that chain over to Lamine Yamal, let him carry that. Yeah, I'm trying. In fact, no, scratch that. We don't want your old chains, anyways, man. We got our new chains. I'm trying to say we got a big boy thing. We can now move on and move forward with it, man. But yeah, man, big up to Spain. Deserved winners, man. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section. Were they your winners at the beginning of the tournament? How did you think the tournament went? I will be doing like a review of the tournament later on, best players and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you stay locked in. Keep the same energy. Stay blessed. And guys, World Cup is now officially finished. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you soon. Boom.